now to Siobhan, who joins me from Rhodes. Siobhan, what's the very latest there now on the island?
Well, you can see that I'm at one of these schools which has been turned into emergency shelter. There are around 350 people here, all of them tourists, and that number has been changing throughout the day because as some people have left the airport, new people have come in behind them. So we'll show you around, but basically it's several buildings where people have been put up wherever they can. So there are camp beds on the floor, there are food stations as well. So if you have a look in the main hall here, you can see little gatherings, little clusters of families here, many of them understandably very, very upset by what has happened. And some of them had been already days into their holidays when this fire started, but other people actually came straight here from the airport, so they landed in the middle of a disaster, essentially. I just spoke to one man from the UK who said that he flew in last night, was put straight onto a bus, driven around and then brought straight here because the area that he was intending to stay in wasn't safe to travel in. And I met other people at the airport who had done exactly the same thing. They'd been saving up to go on these holidays, then they get here, they're told it's not safe or they have to flee after a few hours. They come to an evacuation centre like this one and then have gone back to the airport to try and get on the first flight they can. But there is, as I said in the report, anger, because lots of people feel that their holiday companies have been totally absent throughout this. You hear time and again a lot of praise for the Greek people here who have come and supported them. We heard a lady come in and talk to a family here and say, it's going to get even hotter, come home, come to my home, I'll put you up. And so while they're seeing hospitality and support locally on the ground here, they feel that the companies that they've paid, in some cases thousands of pounds to, have basically forgotten them.
And Siobhan, as you mentioned, yes, local people affected too, of course. But as I understand it, the evacuation by boat is taking people affected on the south of the island further north where it's believed to be safe. But is there any announcement or plans being discussed for repatriation or some kind of formal repatriation?
At the moment, from what I understand, most people are dealing directly with their holiday companies. So, for example, we know some of the airlines have flown over today empty planes like Jet2. They're not bringing anyone out here on holiday for the next few days, but they've flown over empty planes to pick up people who are stranded and bring them back. This isn't a situation at the moment where people are currently looking to the government to help them. No one has asked that or told me that they're asking that at the moment. They are asking their holiday companies to help them. However, tomorrow we're meant to get a slightly cooler day, and then on Tuesday those temperatures are going to ramp back up. These winds that we're feeling here are a massive problem for the firefighters because even if it gets a bit cooler, these strong winds fan the flames, they push it in directions, meaning that fires that were in control in the centre of the island have gone down into these resorts on the coast, and that will be a real concern for them later in the week.